What's going on, guys? Major Rushmore here, otherwise known as Simon. Welcome along to day 37 of my weight loss journey. Thank you so much for joining me, as always. Right, to recap on the food situation from yesterday, I had porridge with honey, mashed banana, and flax seed. It was really nice bit of texture in it. Enjoyed that. Followed that up with a cappuccino, and for lunch, then I had chicken breast fillet seasoned with cayenne pepper, cooked in the air fryer, and then I put that on a flatbread wrap. Sorry, I keep saying flatbread wrap, it's just called flatbread, with garlic sauce, sliced tomato, diced onion, and a slice of light matured cheddar. And that is absolutely divine. It's the nicest lunch ever. It's just the texture of that flatbread is just phenomenal. I toast it for, well, do you call it toasted? I put it in the air fryer for 4 minutes, and it's just so nice. It has nice char on it. It's a bit salty or something. It's just so nice. Please. I keep saying it every time I have one. You gotta try them. However, the problem is I've run out of them. So today I'm going to have the Dunn Stores equivalent of flatbread. Their whole meal flap. Oh Jesus, try to say that whole meal flatbread. Jesus. So that's what I'm going to be trying today in the lunch section. But stay tuned for that, and we'll see how we get on. I might just have one if they're not nice, and then I'll have to just hit the Tesco to get a couple of packets of them because I can't get enough of them. Okay, where was I? Lunch. I washed that down with a can of Pepsi Max, and I had a Muller Light yogurt as always for dessert. Between lunch and supper, I had an apple, pink lady apple, and for supper itself, then I had another serving of my wife's taco mince with sweet potato fries. She had made up 4 portions the night before and stored the other ones in the fridge or whatever, and just reheated. It was absolutely delicious. I love it. It's so nice. And that was it on the food situation. In terms of water, I had about, I'm going to say, 5 pints. So that's good. And then in the work situation, I spent all day working on a video consultation module. And on my side project, I just was getting AI to redraw images in the style that I like. You know, did you ever see that game Clash of Clans, where it has those nice 3D cartoon type renderings, really simple? So I like that approach. So I've asked AI to redraw all the images. Every page on the site basically has a nice image to go along with it, a nice fun, vibrant, friendly image. Yeah, so that's it. We're all caught up, and I shall talk to you at breakfast. Another day, another dollar, as they say. Right, let's start with the toasted flaxseed crunch with almonds, cranberries, and honey. I can open the bag, that is. Reason I have that first, it's nice and dry, falls off the spoon, and then I can use the spoon to scrape the honey dipper, the drizzle stick. Let's go with it. I'm going to leave the milk to last because don't let it cool down too much until I get everything else in place. Right, what'll I go with next? I'll go with the honey next, actually. Now stir it around as recommended by the Colonel. Right. Oh, bit much on it there. Must have been an extra blob got on it, but that's alright. It's just so therapeutic seeing that falling off the drizzle stick there. So it reminds me of runny snots. Thankfully, it doesn't taste like runny snots, although I haven't tasted them in years. Oh, Do you remember that being a child and the snot's running down and you just lick them with your oh fucking hell. It's nice to reminisce. The old drizzle stick does its job. Like, you can still see it drizzling off there, you know? Yeah. I'm just transfixed by it there now. And yeah, I better stop. Give it a little rinse as well. Yeah, warm water seems to be better for loosening it up. Right. It's a Fife's banana. It has to be bruise free. You pay for the big brands. You have to get the proper bananas, you know. Oh, big Peter Stringfellows. Bruise free, which is what I like to see. Little mini Peter Stringfellow. Oh, another one trying to sneak its way in there. Let me see. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Move you over there, off frame. Right. Let's get mashing. Great. Okay. Over here. Let's plop that in there. There's the texture. There's the consistency. Plop. Plop. Nearly got another Peter Stringfellow in there. Right. Time to dry the hands. And need to add some cool milk. Oh my god. Forgot what I was doing. I think I've added too much milk again. Yeah. Has ice in the morning water, the first glass of water in the mornings. Just I feel like it gives me a bit of a boost for my metabolism. I'm not adding way too much milk into this now. I'm always thinking of Dylan now every time I tap that. You have me just thinking about it in the back of my mind every time that I do that. I just have to do it to get to the bottom of the bowl, to chop it up to the right consistency, you know. All right, let's give it a whirl here. God. I think I'm after preferring those to the milled chia seeds and blueberry. I think that because of the fineness of the milled chia seeds and blueberry, it tends to firm it up too much or something like that. You know, whereas this is just, it doesn't bind in with the porridge. Like, you know what I mean? It's still there's a bit of a texture to a bit of a crunch or something. You know, you know what I'm trying to say. Got a bite of a cranberry in there. Very nice. That might be the way to go. I wonder would raisins be good in it? Although raisins are very sweet, there's probably too much sugar in them, isn't there? I don't know. That's great, that is. Really happy with that now. Well, there's Chelsea. Well, heading off to work today, are you? No work today? What are you doing, going shopping? Going off with Nanny Murphy. Alright. Because we're going shopping basically. 1983, I was on your hoodie. I was going to say, is that the year you were born? But that's only 3 years after me being born, so. Well, have you got try out for anything today in the shops or anything? No? Okay. I'm not going to eat the rest of this off on camera. Let me see. In terms of work in terms of work today, what I have planned is I realized that there's one small bit of the video consultation module that I need to work on as well, which is when the patient chooses. Basically, the software is built around the availability of practitioners such as doctors, nurses, what else? Services. So whether it's a blood draw or a GP consultation or whatever it might be, and also then location or a clinic. Is that clinic open on that particular day? So with video calls, they're all online, so you don't need to be a clinic attached to them. However, this particular tenant of the software likes to set up a location or a clinic for the online, and they're able to manage it that way better, they find. So I have to come up with a way now that when the user, I don't want the user or the patient, when they're booking themselves in for a video consultation, I don't want them to have to pick that video location. I want the system to know behind the scenes automatically which location it should assign it to, which is the online location. So when we're managing the locations in a database, I need to add an extra switch, or what's called a Boolean, a true or false value, to say if this is an online location or not. And then if it's an online location, well, then the software will know to assign it to that particular location behind the scenes without any interaction from the user. So that's it. After that, then that should be pretty quick. You should get that done within a half an hour to an hour. And after that, then I'm going to move on to the SMS messaging module, and hopefully just get that wrapped up. So that's it. I'll talk to you in the next segment. All right, bit of a disaster there. I had the chicken on that side of the wrap, and I said, oh no, I need to put the cheese down first. So I put the cheese down on that side, moved the chicken over, and it just ruined my presentation. So what I have here is a whole meal. They're called whole meal wraps, but they're flatbreads apparently, from Dunn's. They are 193 calories, so slightly down from the other flatbreads. I've no confidence in these. Now hopefully they could prove me wrong when I take the first bite. There seems to be 6 in the pack, I think, so there's only 4 in the other ones. The other ones are better looking, more char on them and all that kind of stuff, so I'm a bit curious as to what these taste like, but I don't think they're going to be able to match the Tesco flatbread, but let's see. I could be surprised here. So basically on it, I have the I have taco sauce. I have chicken breast fillet, which I seasoned with tikka seasoning. Cooked that in the air fryer, and then I've diced onion, slice of light matured cheddar, and a sliced tomato with a bit of pink Himalayan salt on it. And I put a sheet of kitchen towel down, and I put a sliced tomato on that, and then I got another sheet and I dabbed it, tried to pat it dry kind of, and flipped them over and done the same. So the tissue was wet, like so. Let's see, does it solve the dripping problem? And yeah, am I going to be able to fold this? Okay, same kind of vibe, man. It's very crispy. I might have left it too long in the air fryer. Oops, what was that? I might have left it too long in the air fryer, but it was up like a balloon.
when I went to get it out. I had to pierce it to let all the steam out of it. I'd give them, oh here we go with the drips now. Well, not as much drips. I give them an 8 out of 10. The Tesco ones are 10 out of 10. Reason I deduct 2 marks from this one is they feel much thinner and they don't seem to be as charred, and they're just not as tasty, you know. So, but they're fine, like, you know, they're a good sloppy second. Like if I went to Tesco and there was no flatbread there, I would go to Dunn's and get these instead, you know, because I don't want to go back to the wraps. I mean, they're fine, but they're the Tesco flatbread are just levels ahead, you know. But that's it. I don't know how much they are either. My wife does the shopping, so I can't tell you if they're any dearer or cheaper or anything like that. So yeah, washing this down with a can of Pepsi Max. And have me Mother Light yogurt for dessert after it. Yeah, okay. That's it for lunch. I shall talk to you in the next section. Alright, spag bol again here today. Wife was away all day, but we had the ingredients handy, so she cooked up another batch of it, and I really enjoyed it, so I can't complain. Here we go. Lord, it's looking hot. It's so much better than the jars you buy. You can really taste everything in it. So nice. Yeah, so that's it. Weekend ahead of us now. I'm happy that got that week out of the way, more or less. Looking forward to the weigh-in tomorrow. Hopefully that goes well, but it remains to be seen. So at least I don't have to drive all that way out to Arklow tomorrow. I can just get up and get weighed in my own bathroom. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. Hopefully I'm maintaining the 3 pounds on average every week, but let's see what happens. Okay, so you've seen my full day of eating today. Please feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below, and I shall talk to you in the next video. All the best. Bye bye.